Dinah here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about Roe v. Wade, and I'll tell you why. I was talking to some, Gen Xers or wherever they fit in all those alphabet numbers, and they're like, I really don't know about Roe v. Wade. What is Roe v. Wade? And so I thought, man, there's a whole lot of people out there who are against abortion because of ultrasound. They understand that it's wrong, but they have no idea about the legal history of how we got to where we are. Before 1973, it was up to the states to make abortion laws. So what you had, California allowed abortions, New York allowed abortions, Michigan was thinking of allowing it. They were actually going to have a state vote to allow abortions. And I think there were five states, including New York and California, that allowed abortion. And so it was a state issue. It was not a federal issue. So each state could regulate it however they wanted. There was an organization called NARAL, the National Association for the Repeal of Abortion Laws. And Dr. Bernard Nathanson was one of the key figures in this organization. He owned the largest abortion clinic in New York. He personally oversaw about 20,000 abortions. And so they were like an organization that lobbied and a think tank, and their whole goal was to repeal abortion all over the United States. Well, I remember listening to Dr. Nathanson, and he said that they thought they would have to chip away. But when Roe v. Wade happened, they were stunned. They weren't even ready for it. Now let's get a little background on Roe versus Wade. Well, Roe was Norma McCorvey. So that was her real name. And she was pregnant and she couldn't get an abortion. And so this group, NARAL, and the lawyers took her case and took it to the Supreme Court. Interesting, she never went to court. I mean, they took this thing and they ran with it. And the premise that they were arguing is that she had a right to privacy under the Constitution to get an abortion. The Supreme Court voted that indeed there was a right to privacy under the Constitution of the United States, and it made abortion legal up until the day of birth. What Roe v. Wade did is said that you could not, states could not deny or regulate abortions up to 24 weeks. But after that, then they could put regulations on it. And so if a state wanted, like New York, you can have an abortion up until the day of birth, even after birth. You can kill the baby legally in New York. So this passed, and right on the heels of this is important to know, Sandra Cano also her case went to the Supreme Court, and they ruled that she was pregnant, wanted an abortion, and they ruled that in the case of health of the mother, an abortion can be legal up until the day of birth, and the states cannot put any regulations on it if her health was in jeopardy. Let's define health, because the court defined it as health, physical, emotional, mental, familial situation, living situation, financial situation. Any of those constituted health. So technically, if a young woman wanted an abortion, and I just talked to someone who got her abortion by, you go to a judge. She said, I went to a judge and I got my abortion without my parents' consent, no problem. So you could get around it. So if you wanted an abortion, you were 9 months pregnant, you go to a judge, you tell them that your health is jeopardized because you can't make your rent, and the judge would give you the right to have an abortion. Well, when Roe v. Wade happened, abortion clinics sprouted up all over the country. And they truly thought that the protests would die down in a few years.